Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Aubrey from AubreyOriginals.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make yarn pom-poms. For this project you will need 1. Pom-pom makers. Once you use these, you will never go back to making pom-poms any other way. 2. Yarn. I prefer medium weight yarn. Any finer than that would take way too long to wrap, and nobody got time for that. The softer the yarn, the fluffier your pom-poms will be. However, I have a separate video, my secret to fluffy pom-poms, that will show you how to make fluffy pom-poms from even the cheaper, coarser yarns. 3. A long needle, around 3 inches long, such as a tapestry needle. Any long needle will do, as long as your yarn can fit through the eye. 4. A needle threader. I use these flexi needle threaders and love them. 5. Sharp scissors that are able to cut through a lot of yarn at once. And 6. This is a bristle brush that actually belongs to my dog, but I'm actually going to talk about that in a separate video, the same one I mentioned before, my secret to fluffy pom-poms, which I'll link to below, as well as sources for all of these supplies. Alright, let's jump right in. Start by opening one side of the pom-pom maker and line up the two halves. Pinch the end of the yarn in one hand and overlap it a few times to secure it to the pom-pom maker. Continue wrapping yarn from right to left. When you get to the end, continue in the opposite direction. Continue this pattern until the pom-pom maker is filled. You'll know when you're done when the middle of the yarn lines up with the pom-pom maker. It will also fit snugly when you close it. Trim the yarn. Once both sides are wrapped, you're ready to cut. Using sharp scissors, cut along the middle of the yarn on both sides of the pom-pom maker. Now it's time to tie your pom-pom together. Take a long piece of yarn between 8 and 12 inches and wrap it around the middle of the pom-pom maker. Tie a knot. I only tied it once here, but I would actually tie it a second time to make a complete knot. Once that's done, wrap it around in the opposite direction and tie a second knot on the opposite side. Remove the pom-pom maker. Now take one of the strands of yarn and thread it through the plastic needle threader. And then thread that through the eye of your tapestry needle. Pull the yarn through and set the needle threader aside. Push the needle through the center of the pom-pom, close to where it originates, catching the tie itself and as many of the small pieces of yarn as possible, and pull the needle out the other side. If your pom-pom is really thick, you can use pliers to help pull the needle out. Continue making these small stitches in and out of the center. This will help keep your pom-pom from falling apart. Do this as many times as you want and in different directions until you feel your pom-pom is secure. You can even give it a gentle tug to make sure that no pieces of yarn can be pulled out. Though this is an optional step, I highly recommend it for projects that will get a lot of use, such as clothing items. If you know your pom-poms will simply be glued to something like a wreath that no one will be touching or playing with, then you can skip this step. Depending on how you intend to use your pom-pom, you can leave the ties or trim them. I've decided to trim mine. You might have noticed that your pom-pom will look kind of messy at this point, and possibly it's not even circular. So now it's time to give it a haircut. Trim as much or as little as you want, but I tend to trim quite a bit. Once you're happy with how your pom-pom looks, you're ready to use it in your project. For even more details and tips on how to make yarn pom-poms, go check out the full post on my blog. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.